We're live. I said, Roz
We're
hates
live.
you. Roz hates you. As soon as she heard your voice, she started putting her headphones on.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know. Maybe your political post finally got her.
Oh no.
I'm digging this scruff, dude.
Yeah, me too. This is as bad as good as it looks before it starts getting scraggly and homeless man looking.
Like me.
Like you, G.
I look very homeless. This is the first I saw myself today. I look very extra homeless today. Do I look homeless, Roz? A little bit, a little bit. So, talk to us, AJ. I think it's been 2 weeks. We both have been nuts, but based on, we've talked offline a little bit, and based on what I've seen of you in the group, you're continuing to make some great progress, especially A, around the holidays, and B, this time of the year for you. Although, from what I understand, it's unseasonably warm in New Jersey.
Yeah, it feels like early fall right now. Doesn't feel like we're approaching winter, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not complaining. But back to Thanksgiving. Very proud of myself. I did I followed hello. I don't know where I was going with that. I stayed very much close to my macros. I went a little bit over, but it was by choice. And it was because I wanted to have a piece of pumpkin pie, and I decided to go over. I was only over by 200, 300, but otherwise, very proud of myself because I said to myself, I really didn't announce it. Maybe I did announce it once on the board that I was going to, stay focused and not use it as a cheat day because the scale doesn't know cheat days. The scale doesn't know it's Thanksgiving.
You posted something like that, and I mean, I agree. I think Roz said something really great. Roz, can you hear me? What'd you say about, remember we were talking about the holidays and you were like, people aren't happy with their lives. She's not snobby as this sounds, but you're just, people don't enjoy life Monday through Friday, so Thanksgiving and other holidays are like their day to enjoy life and go crazy, where like, that's a very broad spectrum approach to it, broad brush. But from our opinion as flexible eaters, it's more like, hey, we get to enjoy eating 365. All of a sudden, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all 8 days of Hanukkah, I don't need to go crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I did kind of, I don't want to say starve myself, but I ate very light leading up to the Thanksgiving dinner. But I knew that I was going to have as big of a plate of food as I wanted. And I posted my plate before and after, and it was a hefty plate. I think the plate had 1,500 calories on it. So yeah, I mean, there are times when you're going to have to eat light if you want to enjoy a big meal, but that's part of what flexible eating is about. You don't deprive yourself, but you also don't splurge either. If that's even the right word.
No,
and, man,
I agree. I approach Thanksgiving the same way. I was like, ate moderate. We had a great workout earlier in the day. Still had a decent amount. Like I felt fine going into the holiday. Loaded up similar to you, and I mean, I was knocked out after. I came home, just laid on the couch, and I was under when I came home, and I had to eat a bowl of cereal before bed. But it was just to get that much food in that small window really put the hurting on me.
Did you say you were under and you had to eat a bowl of cereal?
Yeah. So, look. How do I phrase this well? Thanksgiving to me has very little significance, right? It just I've spent it with family my whole life. It wasn't as if we didn't enjoy it, but it just doesn't mean anything to me. And I don't feel the need to overindulge on any given day because I get to enjoy eating every day. So, and my mom's a great cook every day, and I live down the road from her, so it wasn't like, oh, I get to eat mom's cooking. I eat mom's cooking, a couple times a week. So. Loaded up, had a ton. I didn't track my veggies. That's one thing I did differently. I just loaded up my plate with Roz made some Brussels sprouts. My mom made some broccoli. It wasn't worth the effort of trying to weigh and measure that and figure out, what Roz used bacon, my mom used butter. I was like, whatever. Track the meat, tracked my rolls and some mashed potatoes, and I came home and it had like 80 carbs left. So I had a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Sounds good. I did not have that luxury of being under. But what I did want to mention is that I haven't enjoyed Thanksgiving dinner. I enjoy Thanksgiving with my family every year, but this is the first time I actually enjoyed the food, where I was mindfully enjoying the flavor of the turkey and the stuffing and the corn and the mashed potatoes and the dinner roll. And I'm gonna do my impression of me eating. I was like, and people were my family were looking at me like I was crazy, which is normal, but they were looking at me like I was extra crazy. But as I'm doing it, it made me really appreciate the program, because I'm enjoying eating 1,500 calories, and I know you don't like to use the word earned it, but I did earn it, because I saved up enough macros to have a 1,500 calorie plate of just delicious food. And we talk about relationships with food, and I had a wonderful relationship with that plate.
Yeah, I get it. And like, earnings is this weird word, but you did earn it, because for months and months you've been diligent. You've understand your food now. You've tracked. So it's not that you earned it that particular day, but it was the food that your body needed. And whether you saved it for a small window or not, your mentality is similar to mine. It's like, man, I need to eat this to lose weight.
Yeah, and no matter how many times I hear that, you have to eat to lose weight, it still doesn't register. And it's been 2 years that I've been doing this, or parts of 2 years, and it's hard to swallow that, and it's hard to digest that. It's hard to explain that to people. You're not eating enough food, and they say, no, I need to not eat enough food to lose weight, and it even sounds funny trying to explain to people that you have to eat to lose weight. But hey,
let's dive into that. We're on Thanksgiving. We're talking about family. What's your family think about seeing you eat like this and lose weight? Do they understand it? Do you have to explain it? Are you like me and you're just like, I don't want to talk about it?
I try to explain it, and nobody seems to understand what's going on. They say, oh, can you eat this? Can you eat that? I said, I can eat anything I want. I just have to make sure it fits within my macro goals. So, can you eat this? It has butter in it. I said, yes, I can eat it if it fits. Yeah, but this has too many carbs. Oh, this has 15 grams of carbs. And I'm like, 15 grams of carbs? What the hell's that? But yeah, nobody understands it. And I actually get mad, and I actually pull the rest of my hair out, because I have to say it over and over. I could eat anything, and stop saying, oh, I have vegetables for you. That's great if I want to eat vegetables that day, but it's not a diet. I explained. My niece said to me, oh, you're on a diet? I said, no, I mean, diet usually implies restriction. I am not restricted. I am not, I don't feel deprived or starved ever. But it is silly to bring a scale to the holiday table, or you could say it's not silly because I've lost 48 pounds. I probably gained one of them back because I haven't been exercising for the last week, but whatevs.
Exactly. No, I like that. And then, and I've kind of changed my mindset on that as well, where, don't be that weirdo that's always showing up with their scale. Like, don't listen to what AJ and I are saying and feel guilty for having an indulgence day. I still think that's totally cool, but I also think it's not necessary. We can break that mold and that mindset of it's Thanksgiving, it's time to be gluttons. You can enjoy Thanksgiving and still stay on track with your nutrition plan. And my family is the same way. My mom, I got home last night from a seminar, and Roz is like, oh, your mom dropped this food off. And she's like me. She's like, I want to track. Like, I hate not eating food my mom brings over, but it's like, I want to track. She just brings over food, and it just had the list of ingredients. That's it. And she's trying. But I'm like, Mom, how much is in this? So there's my mom who tries, and then I have my stepmother who, as we're preparing for this engagement party, is driving me fucking nuts, and on multiple levels. But one of them is whenever she talks about the food, it's always, oh, there'll be healthy choices. You'll be able to eat chicken and this and that. And my sister is oftentimes either on the message or I forward it to her, and she eats this way, so she just laughs. But it's funny how people just don't get it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. My mom does the same thing. She's like, "Oh, it's got a little bit of oil and it's got a little bit." I said, "I don't need a little bit. Doesn't mean anything to me. I need to know how much is in this." And I mean, sometimes I'll eat it because I'm not going to refuse my mom's food, but I like to track it as closely as possible. Like she makes a great turkey meatloaf. It's turkey with a little bit of pork and turkey bacon, but I have no idea how to track it. So I track a little bit of turkey meatloaf, a little bit of pork meatloaf, and the bacon, but I have no idea what if it's even close. But it's again, family. I don't know if they either don't want to listen or they just don't care. I think it's because they don't care.
Yeah. And there's plenty of people out there that are like, cool, AJ, that works for you, but that's not a real diet. Like, but all right,
Yeah.
well, let's bring it home. Tell us about your progress, where you're at, how you're feeling, all that good stuff.
So the last time I weighed myself, I was an even 212, which is 48 pounds and change. Feel great. Last week I haven't done any exercise unless you count a nature walk. But I feel great. I still feel great. I'm wearing not this shirt, but I'm wearing a dry fit shirt that doesn't look ridiculous. That that it's clinging to my body, and I feel really happy about that. It's a large, and it just feels good, man. It just feels good. So I'm doing very well, and thank you for asking.
Cool. And everything else is going well? Seasonal effective stuff in check?
Um, I'm feeling a little bit, starting to get a little bit of the effects, but I have it in control. I'm not gonna say I feel as good as I do in the summer, but I'm really not affected right now by seasonal affective disorder. I don't mean to laugh, but I think being around family so much has helped me. I mean, I'm moving to Hazlet, New Jersey, and I'm living in close proximity to a lot of family, and it's hard to be depressed around family.
Oh, that's actually when I'm most depressed.
Oh, I love my family.
Um, all right, well, I'm glad. We'll check in again next week. Keep up the great work. Keep posting in the nation. And I think, as you've said in the nation, if anyone else is suffering with any sort of depression, but specifically sad seasonal affective disorder, reach out to AJ. And I think it's always good to have some friends and community and camaraderie to brighten your spirits.
Absolutely. I will help you to get help, and I'm always a listening ear.
And AJ's got his new Instagram. What is it?
New Instagram.
Well,
It's
you've been updating it more often.
at AJ the Trainer, only on Instagram. If you go to at AJ the Trainer on Twitter, you get some other doof who's also AJ the Trainer, but he's not me.
Fuck that guy.
F him.
All right, well, follow AJ. Keep up the great work. Stay focused, and we will chat again next Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Jason.